2, 3, 4 beats to a measure in jazz. And you go, every honeybee fills with jealousy. Da 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 da. I can't even do it. Da 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 da. That's really not cool. Now, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna film me now, right? Get him on top because he's real nervous. I never saw anything like this. Get the interviewer, he's flipping out.
David Paquette.
That's me.
What are you hoping to show with this film?
Well, for years and years of traveling around through the jazz festival circuits and other circuits of music that I've created myself, I found that it's a very bizarre lifestyle that I lead. It's not even the normal life of a traveling rock musician or a normal traveling jazz musician. So I thought if we took a little bit of a segment of that, of my life, my travels in Europe, and just had a film crew stay with me, it might give some people in other parts of the world, or in each one of these little enclaves and unique places that I play, it might give them an idea what happens in the rest of my travels, because they all know me. People know me in these one little spots, you see. People on Waiheke Island don't know what I do. They know I go off to Europe and I play, but they don't have a clue. In Holland. Oh, you're shooting. This is great. 2 cameras at once. Okay, well, here we are just across the canal from the beautiful Hotel Kuik. Very clean and friendly hotel here in Amsterdam. I mean, oh, God. I thought I was the star of this show. What am I serving breakfast with? Amsterdam, for me, is a city that's a city of tolerance. It's a city where you can see someone with green hair and piercings sitting next to a businessman in a cafe. The people of this town traditionally have seen it all, and they accept just about anything. It used to mean a lot more to me back in my days when I'd find myself at this hour of the morning probably still up from the night before. But It's a trait of the city that stands out for me, and every time I come here, I just feel this wonderful feeling of freedom and tolerance, which is very important in this glorious city.
Hey, welcome back. La 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 la.
Hey, come on down here. I'll show you our rooms. These are great, man. This is the single room in here. From the bed, you can turn on the TV, you can wash your hands, you can open the window, and you can check in the minibar, which is, oh no, it's not a minibar. Thank God we quit drinking. And in here is the other room. There, you see that the shoes hang out the window, because when you travel, there's nothing worse than the smell of old tennis shoes.
I'm gonna get you a brand new toy, don't you see? I'll keep you hanging around. I know you want it, but I've got to do you now. But telling you might be sweet, mine won't be beat. I know you want it, you can't have it, just I ain't giving away my love.
I look at a jazz festival, and particularly Breda, Ascona, Eindhoven. It's a gathering of the tribes. That's how I look at it. It's like the tribes of jazz all gather from all different countries around the world at these festivals, and it's wonderful.
Sleepless nights, but the meanest blues there be. Blues that I got on my mind, blues that all the meanest guy, blues my naughty sweetie gives to me. Blues get women when you see them go swimming and you got no big suit yourself. Big getting liquor when you drink it much quicker and you got no bottle on the shelf. Mama when you're sitting on the dock and wondering if the boat's gonna rock. Sending the text, getting fretting every time you hear the rubber jump clock. Watch your crying when your uncle Bill is dying and you afterwards forget you this way. Blues get kisses when you walk with the missus and nothing baby shouts, "Hi Bill." Blues wanna make no stop shaking sugar and them all in the Mississippi. Blues my naughty sweetie gives to me.
That's been going on for 30 years, more than 30 years, a real tradition, and it's almost too big. There's probably too much going on. That was hard work. You're playing with musicians that you don't know. There's a lot of spontaneity, a lot of stress musically because you have to make song lists and sort things out just at the last minute before you go on stage. It's not an easy festival, but there's something rewarding about it in the end.
voorstellen, muzikaal. Ik stel aan u voor David Paquette.
If I could just hold you, John, baby, get in my arms. My life will be complete. Since you've been gone, dear, life don't seem the same. Oh, please come back again. Now when all is said and done, girl, you're the only one, girl. Oh, girl, it's you.
Beautiful jazz festival. Thank you. Ghent always has warm feelings for me. We first time I went there would have been with Sammy Remington. Sammy and I used to do some wild tours back in the early 80s in Europe, and we often used Ghent as a central place. We had a lot of friends and musician friends there, and it was not an expensive city to stay in, so we'd often stay in a hotel when we had a few days off, or we'd use that as a hub for our travels around Central Europe area. So it's always felt a bit home since those days.
Au fond des ports, dis au fond des ports, il naviguait en perpénal sur la grand-mare des canals et s'appelait les copains d'abord, les copains d'abord.
Also got some real depth to it as far as the old city. It's a very, very old city. It feels very much like it's there and it's not moving. It's not going anywhere. And of course, the place we recorded the CD was right in the center of all that.
1.
Sorry we're late.
2.
That's okay.
That's okay. We'll have to make the CD just a little bit shorter. I just. 2. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think we should record it. Yeah. Oh, super. Just put the out there.
I've known Kuhn for years, and I've known those kids since they were little babies. I mean, the first time I met him and went to his house in Latham, they were just little rugrats running around. And he has taught them the meaning of music, the fact that music has no limits. If it's good music, it's interesting music. I mean, we played songs from Greece. We played a song that was so very, very far out that Oizo had written his own tune, very avant-garde musically.
It's a nice surprise that it sounds so good. In my mind, I remembered it more chaotic, but now listening to it, just the rough cuts, it's nice.
Finished! Yes! Oh, rest.
We've got a day off today, finished the recording session, and so we've come to Ostend to have a look around this great little coastal city. I'm going to be in the Swiss Alps for the next 3 months, and it's really nice to see the ocean. Get the hell out of here. Eight-hour train journey to Zurich from Ghent, and I got talked into taking the lowest possible class of travel available. So these two cows are out in the field, and one says to the other, "Terrible, this mad cow disease. It's really a horrible way to go." His friend says to him, "I don't have to worry about that because I'm a chicken." I liked it. Ah, Luxembourg. One of my favorite places to pass through by train. I love to entertain. I think I'm an entertainer. And that's how I perceive myself. I used to sit in church as a kid and watch the preacher, and watch how the people in the congregation reacted to what he was doing. And I thought that was great. And certainly when I'm on the stage, I love to see the faces of people when I'm playing. I think I've carried that into my music. I get some kick out of performing and getting that reaction from the people. So probably when I left the whole idea of preaching or doing organized religion and started playing honky-tonk piano, it wasn't that different. Well, here we are, 9.5 hours later in Zurich. It's almost dark. It's getting dark here later. Looking for my friend Thomas, who's come to pick us up. We've got 2 concerts tomorrow night and Friday. So I'm looking forward to finding him, getting some food, because back there, a ways back, the dining car just got disconnected from the train. And when you're stirring it up, and I'm taking sips from your lips. Sugar drips, confection, good as snow. Honeysuckle roll, yeah. What a mind-blowing experience visiting the fantasy world of Bruno Weber. In my book, this is really valid stuff. Fabulous. I'll have to come back here. It's impossible to absorb it all in one go. From Boom. I would love to just have her brain transplanted into my head for just 10 minutes, just to see how she looks at life, because the way her art comes across, I mean, she must have just a vivid imagination. She was a very, very interesting person, very unique outlook on life. And basically, if you look at the piece of artwork, or if you listen to the music that a person makes, you can really get an insight into what's inside that person. There's no games with creative people, with artists. Most of them are right up front, and you can see it with their artwork. There's no bullshit. You know, they're laying their bare souls on the line with what they do. And that's what they do. I think that you have to experience the culture wherever you go. You have to search out what it is that makes the place different from another place. Or otherwise, stay at home and watch television. Because that's crucial to the world surviving. I mean, I'm not so sure how I feel about this European community thing, about everybody using the same money, and I don't know if that's a good thing. I mean, it's something that worries me a lot about America, and in some ways New Zealand. Every small town has a Woolworths, or a Mitre 10, or a Placemakers. Same thing in the States. Every city you drive through, it all becomes homogenized. Ones as we came along. There were all these like funny looking weird people. It's wonderful. Ready? This morning I went to the Swiss embassy to get my work permission for Switzerland, and you can see the sort of things that we have to go through as a traveling musician. All these different visas for different countries. So they sent me across the street to the American embassy, and we needed to get a new passport because it expires in October. Anything to do with their passports till after 1:30, or else we can't do it for you. The Swiss work permission would be only till the end of August. And they said be back before 11:30, and it's not going to work. It's a lot of bureaucracy. So it's a bit of a catch-22. What the hell, we'll just have a look around this great flea market and sort that out later. Trouble in mind, I'm feeling blue. But I won't be blue always. I say the sun's gonna shine. Shine in my back door someday. Hey, I'm gonna lay my head on some lonesome railroad line, when that June 19 comes a-poppin'. Oh, gonna ease my weary mind. So much trouble. I'm going down, down to the river. Tuesday morning market in Ascona. Hey, gonna get me a rocking chair. And if the blues don't rock me, baby, I'm going way from there. So I'm still trying to sort out my work permission to work in Switzerland. There's a bit more that I have to do. I have to go into the local police here. This is the canton police for Ticino, and I have to report to them once a week. So this is going to take a little while to get this sorted out, but at least I'll be able to work in Switzerland, which is a good thing. Never had so much trouble. My life before. All right. My friend, the clarinet player, was working, and I got the permission without a problem. The beauty geographically about Ascona for me is that you can hop up 3 beautiful valleys. You can go up and be in the mountains, in the snow. You can go over to Italy for a cup of coffee. You can go to the islands and eat some great food. There's some beautiful little islands down the end of the lake. In 20 minutes, you can be down the cable car, hop on the bike, and be down at the river's edge swimming. And the people are just very friendly and a lot more relaxed than the rest of Switzerland for me. Yes, I love her in the morning, and I love it every night. How I love her, yes, I love her, when all the stars they're shining bright. I love her in the springtime, and I love her in the fall. But baby, last night on the back porch, I loved her best of all. I said I love her in the morning, and I love her every night. I love her, when all the stars they're shining bright. I loved her on the sailboat, and I loved her in the hall. But last night on the back porch, I loved her best of all, yes. My home is on Waiheke Island in New Zealand, a beautiful island, but this is really my favorite part of the year. Coming here to Ascona in the Italian part of Switzerland. It's like recharging batteries. There's something about this place, even on a dull day like today, that just gives you a blast of energy and kind of stimulates the creative juices. And it's full of the most interesting people in the world. I love it. I spend 3 months a year here in Switzerland. I wouldn't say that I feel particularly Swiss, but I don't feel like a foreigner here. I feel part of the community. I think that's important. I don't think that I would feel so much a part of New Zealand if I lived in Wellington, maybe. But because of the community of Waiheke Island, because of the community of Ascona, because of the community of Maui and Lahaina when I lived there, and that's a good feeling. So that takes away the feeling of being a stranger in a strange land. Nationalities and patriotism is a bunch of nonsense in my book. It's all, it's where you are and the people that are around you.
We're making a film of my travels in Europe. The film's almost over, but my travels aren't over. So I'm going to play a song to say goodbye.
Not going to be quiet. I'm going to tell you what a grueling trip this has been. The truth is coming out now. Snowball throwing, childish TV twins. It's like a horror film.
There's no.
Now yodel for us. Yodel?